The battle over whether to legalize same-sex marriage took center stage at the state capitol today.
Conservatives made their case for keeping marriage between a man and a woman, while some same-sex couples expressed their demand for equality. KXAN's Angie Bevan shows us how both sides got their messages across.
Well, what a beautiful day to be standing here with you defending marriage.
On the Capitol's South Steps, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton standing up for his values.
In 2003, I had the chance to come to the legislature, and we passed, for the first time, the Defense of Marriage Act.
Paxton says the latest threat to traditional marriage comes from the U.S. Labor Department.
They defined, under Family Medical Leave Act, same-sex couples, and they were forcing states like Texas, employers that have over 50 people, and state agencies to include same-sex partners in that definition.
But on this same day, at the same place, people with opposing views.
Everybody talks about how they're Christian, but I see so little compassion, so little love.
Supporters of marriage equality were there for Family Advocacy Day.
It's important for us to make sure legislators hear what our lives are like and how laws that they pass or don't pass actually affects our day-to-day experience.
Andy Miller and Brian Stevens took part in the day with their adopted son, Clark.
After a child is adopted, and they're issued their supplementary birth certificate, the law states that only one man and one woman can be listed as the new legal adopted parents.
So Clark doesn't have both of his parents on his birth certificate. They think it's unfair and harms their son, and is one more reason to legalize same-sex marriage. In Austin, Angie Bevan, KXAN News.
A group of pastors also joined today's push against same-sex marriage. The founder of the Coalition of African American Pastors spoke at the Capitol today. He and other pastors say it is wrong to compare the push for marriage equality with the fight for racial equality from the civil rights movement.
They stole, they hijacked the civil rights movement. I was in the civil rights movement. I know about the South, and I know about the injustices and the inhumanity way that we were treated.
The coalition also wants Supreme Court Justices Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Elena Kagan to recuse themselves from the upcoming case pertaining to gay marriage, saying they are prejudiced on the issue.
State lawmakers could take up bills this session, making things tougher for same-sex couples in Texas. To give you some perspective, a Senate bill, the Preservation of Sovereignty and Marriage Act, would legalize state and local governments denying a couple a marriage license if it violates their religious beliefs. The bill is waiting for the State Affairs Committee to talk about it. House and Senate bills called the Marriage and Religious Rights Insured Act would let businesses decide whether or not to hire or even serve a same-sex couple. Both were filed about a week and a half ago. The U.S. Supreme Court expects to decide whether or not to legalize same-sex marriage once and for all this summer, and right now, another bill before the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals could legalize it in Texas.